This is Black and Women's History quotes. So this is creating graphic images for history quotes for Black History Month and Women's History Month. You're going to do one of each. Choose a quote from an historic cultural figure with a high quality photo and no watermarks. Do not simply use any famous person. This person must be of historical significance, not just a celebrity, so not just a singing artist or something like that. Please choose somebody that was more on changing the history, maybe culturally or politically. Create an 11-inch by 8.5-inch landscape print image in Photoshop, and then you're going to import the images that you find using file place embedded rather than file import. You're doing place embedded. Use select subject and mask in Photoshop to remove the background from the photo, then replace the background with a colored gradient. Add the quote in a large font with quotation marks. The quotation marks make it a quote, and then finally add the attribution, who said it, in a different font or style. Create 2 of these in total and submit them as image files. Remember, again, one from Black History, one from Women's History. So I'm going to try to kind of storm through this and give you an idea of how this is done. So I'm looking for, I'm going to go to print when I create in Photoshop a new document. Choose letter, and then make sure you choose landscape here. So this says 11 inches width by 8.5 inches high, and go ahead and click create. This is where we're going to place embedded. File, place embedded. Oh, and let me show you. So back here, how to start is you actually want to look up, Google search famous African Americans or famous women. You could add the words in history or something. So I chose George Washington Carver, and then I looked for George Washington Carver quote. Type that into Google. I found one here, and so I would copy that. Find one that you like. There's lots of results if you go down, but that turned out to be a really good one. Over here, I found a couple of images. Here's one. I'm going to show you what to do with these. Here's another one. This is a bad one to use, and I'll show you why. This is an okay one to use, and I'll show you how to fix it. This is probably one of the best ones to use, so I'm going to go ahead and save that image as well. Okay, so you are in Photoshop, and what you're going to do is import an image, which I'm going to import this one. I'll show you the problem with it. Once you place embedded, again, file, place embedded, hit return. And then what you're going to do is remove the background by choosing select subject. And then you're going to come over here down to the bottom right and add a mask. Now I've removed him. Here's the problem. We have his head cut off. We have his bottom cut off right there. So what you're going to do is you got to take any cut off parts to the edge. But of course, now this leaves no room to put a quote. So I could take this one. As long as I got most of his face, I should be fine. This one is okay to use. I'm going to show you the others. I'll just hide that one. I'm going to do another file, place embedded. And then I'm going to choose, not that one, this one. The problem with this one is once you remove the background by doing select subject and then adding a mask, you'll see that his arms are cut off. Now you could try to stretch him out so that we don't really see his arms, but he's too low. If I put him over here, he's looking off. If I put him over here like this, he's looking off to the right, which seems awkward. One of the things you could do is when you accept that, you could do an image rotation and then flip canvas horizontally and move him over to this side. And it might be a little bit better, but this is not the best picture to use. I think of the 3 pictures I've chosen, and notice that, I tried one, I tried the next one, and they're okay. So I'm going to do the final one, which is this one, and I'll do the select subject. Oh, I have to hit return for place embedded, select subject. And notice we have a selected mask here. We'll just pop that. Oops, no, sorry, hold on. I'm gonna go the full way. That just, I know that's gonna work. Okay, so then all I have to do is take him over to the right side, and his arm's not cut off here. The bottom part's not cut off. We got to make it look good. And I could even stretch that out a little bit. Now I have some space here for my quote, which I'll show you in the next tutorial.